It's Sunday. It's Sunday morning. I slept in this morning, but not so late. I'm actually up early enough to get some things accomplished today. We are actually going to a movie first of all today. We just stopped at Starbucks. I got this Americano. This is a tall Americano with 2 extra shots. So it's basically 4 shots of espresso with water. 0 smart points. I brought from home 4 tablespoons of fat-free half and half to add to that. So 4 tablespoons of fat-free half and half is 1 smart point. So my coffee will be 1 smart point. I also brought some foods to snack on in the movie theater. I brought my favorite muscle milk. Tastes like chocolate milk. Muscle milk for 1 smart point. That will take me up to 2 smart points today. I also brought an apple and a banana. Not sure if I will eat both. I will probably definitely have the banana. I'm also going to splurge and allow myself to have this, let me find it, this mocha coffee crunch bar for 2 smart points. This is going to be so delicious, I'm sure, but I rarely ever let myself have stuff like this because it's so tiny for 2 smart points. There's a lot of other big things I can have for 2 smart points, but I'm going to the movie. This was a free sample the other day, so I am going to let myself have it. So I've got so far today, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4 smart points. Not sure what the rest of the day is gonna bring. I will check in later as the day goes on. We are going to go see the movie about the dog. A Dog's Purpose? Something like that. Anyway, so that's my plan so far. I will talk to you guys in a while. Okay, you guys, that was a really rough movie to watch. It was very good, but it was very tough. I did not expect to cry so many times. Eddie cried 2.
Don't give away the
Eddie
story.
cried more than once. I cried probably like 7 times. It was tough. Anyway, so I had the coffee. I had the mocha crunch bar whatever, which is totally not worth 2 points in my opinion. It had like a fake kind of coffee flavor. I had that and I had the banana. I did not have the muscle milk or the apple, and now I'm starving. I am craving Vietnamese spring rolls, which are super delicious, very low in points, and I want them right now. So we're going in to have some of those. I'll show you when we get them. I think I just called these Thai spring rolls, but these are actually Vietnamese spring rolls. I count them at 2 smart points each, so they're a really good points bargain. They also only cost $3.80, so super cheap. In here is a peanut dipping sauce, which I count at 1 tablespoon, 1 smart point per tablespoon. So I'm going to have 2, 4, 6, and probably 2 tablespoons of that, so 8 smart points here altogether. Here's what the inside of the spring roll looks like. So it's basically like a thin rice wrapper. On the inside is a bit of shrimp. The ham, it looks like ham, but I believe it's a vegetarian type ham. And then there's some vegetables. And the little crispy thing is like a crispy rolled wonton. So all of that for 2 smart points. I love these. I love them. They're so good. My guess is that the smart points in this dish come from that crispy wonton thing and the ham. Because really there's not much else. There's probably not enough shrimp in there to count smart points. And then the rest is vegetables, so. Okay, I'm very excited because we're going to go eat snow. It is, I guess it's kind of like shaved ice in that it's just literally water, but it has the consistency of snow, literally. We had this once before with some of Eddie's friends and I fell in love with it. I've been dying to go back. I think the reason, or part of the reason that it was so good to me, is because we had the flavor that has chocolate syrup on it. Wow, those guys are going fast. We had a chocolate syrup over it, and then you poured hot espresso on top of it as well. It was so good. There's also ice cream and I believe like a mung bean, like a sweet bean topping on it. So today I'm gonna try to get it with just the snow itself and some of the chocolate syrup and the espresso. So that should be really minimal in points. I think I would just probably need to count for 1 or 2 tablespoons of Hershey's syrup, which is actually higher in points than you would think, but that's what I'm gonna try to get, and I will show it to you guys when we get inside the store. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me order just the snow with the chocolate syrup and espresso. So here's what we got. It actually has a shot of espresso, granola, crushed cookie, red bean, vanilla ice cream, almonds, and milk snow. So it's not even just plain ice. There's milk in it also. I have no idea how I'm going to count this, but I'll show you guys what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, that was like the best thing I've had in ages, and I'll tell you why. It's because I just added up all the points, and there are so many points in that. I can't believe I just ate it all so happily without a care in the world, because now I have to count so many points. Let me give you the rundown on the points, and I'll tell you how I calculate it. So I literally wrote down all of the ingredients based on what I read off of the menu. So it was espresso, granola, cookie, red bean, ice cream, almonds, and milk snow. Okay, one at a time. Espresso, 0 smart points. Good stuff. Granola. The granola on top I figured was about 2 tablespoons, and I ate half of that. So 1 tablespoon of granola is only 1 smart point. Not too bad. Cookie, both Eddie and I decided there was not much cookie at all, so maybe 1 crushed Oreo on the top. If I had half of that, then that would be 2 smart points. So yes, half of an Oreo is 2 smart points. Think about that next time you eat Oreos. So still, that's not too bad. The next thing is the ice cream. There was a half cup of ice cream on the top, and I had actually a little less than half of that, but I'm going to count half. So a 1/4 cup of vanilla ice cream is 3 smart points. Not too bad. There were about 2 tablespoons of slivered almonds, so I had half of that. That's 1 tablespoon of slivered almonds, 1 smart point. Now here's where it gets tricky and not so happy. So the red bean is, I looked it up, and it's apparently a Japanese delicacy that's used in many desserts, such as overshaved ice or on ice cream. It's called a Morinaga sweet red bean. Half a cup of Morinaga sweet red bean is 14 smart points. Eddie can't really eat beans, so Eddie didn't have any of the red beans. I had all of them, so I had 14 smart points in half a cup of sweet red beans. They were really good. They were really good. So that's the first very damaging item. The next and last ingredient is the milk snow. I thought very wrongly that this was literally just like shaved ice, but in snow consistency. Unfortunately, it is milk snow, and I'm going to assume that it's a type of condensed milk, that they have to add some kind of water to it, because condensed milk alone I think would be too heavy to make anything that has a snow consistency. So here's how I calculated the milk snow. We decided that if you melted down all the snow that we ate, it would be about a cup of liquid. It can't be a cup of condensed milk because that's too heavy to make a snow consistency. So we'll say maybe it was half a cup of condensed milk and half a cup of water to make the snow. So I had half of that half cup of condensed milk, which means I ingested a quarter cup of condensed milk. So a quarter cup of condensed milk, 2 ounces, is 11 smart points. So all in all, I mean, that dish is amazing and I love it, and I will probably have it again, but not for a long time after I added up all the points. I could have it next time with just fruit. They do have that option available. And then number one, I think next time I will just avoid the red beans altogether, because although they are good, they're not really, to me, what makes the dish so amazing. So next time I'll skip the red beans. But in total, my half of that dessert was 32 smart points. So that's more than my entire day's allotment in one dessert. I am pretty full actually, so it was quite filling, but definitely a treat that I will not be having again for a long time. And now that I'm severely deficit in points, I have to figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner.
Oh, I know what we're having for dinner.
What are we having for dinner?
I'm making you roasted carrot soup, which will be maybe at most 1 point.
That's what's for dinner. So I'm pretty stuffed right now. What time is it?
3:17.
Oh, it's only 3:17, so we probably won't have dinner for a while, but it looks like we're having roasted carrot soup for dinner. I will show you that when we get there. I believe we're going to start a new video series called Cook with Eddie. Since Julie doesn't cook, you can't cook with me, but you can cook with Eddie. So we will start that video series tonight, and it looks like the first recipe on the agenda is roasted carrot soup. I'm gonna go relax my belly, enjoy that lingering taste of the most amazing dessert, since I won't be having it again for a very long time. I'll talk with you guys later. Unfortunately, I am feeling like I may be getting a little bit of a cold. I have like kind of sniffles. I thought at first it was because I was crying so much at the movie, but I feel like something's coming on here. So I'm gonna take one of these emergency. I'll probably have one now, and then I'll probably have one at some point before bed. I feel like, and it may be a mind thing, but I feel like when I slam a lot of these, if I feel like I'm getting sick and I take like 2 or 3 in a day, I feel like it does really help keep the sickness at bay. So the bad thing is that these packets, they taste really good, but they are 2 smart points each. So I'm gonna have to count 4 smart points for medicine. I could not count it because we typically, we really can consider it medicine, but to me, it's 2 smart points is 2 smart points. It doesn't matter what it is. So I'm gonna be over on points today anyway, but I am still gonna count it. 2 smart points down the hatch. I decided to do a little meal prep today for my upcoming week. So I did prep some breakfast and a bit of my lunch. I can't really, well, I could, but I don't really do my wraps ahead of time for lunch because I feel like they might get soggy. So I did just do mostly breakfast. So what I have here, first of all, is I have 3 servings of oatmeal. It's the overnight oatmeal, which I actually cook in the microwave when I get to work because I don't like the flavor of uncooked oatmeal. As I mentioned, I did get the bigger jars because I read somewhere if you use double the liquid and then cook twice as long, you should get twice as much oatmeal. So that's what I'm trying this week, and hopefully it's not going to be too runny. So let me show you what I have in the jars. These two are pumpkin spice oatmeal, and this one is peanut butter raisin oatmeal. All of these are 3 smart points each. So each of the jars has 1/4 cup of oatmeal for 2 smart points, 1/2 cup of almond milk for 0 smart points, a 1/2 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of raisins for 1 smart point, 2 sweetener packets for 0 smart points, and then the peanut butter raisin one is actually 4 smart points. So in the peanut butter one, I have 2 tablespoons of PB2 for 1 smart point. And then in the pumpkin spice, I have 2 tablespoons of pumpkin in each for 0 smart points, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. So again, the pumpkin spice oatmeals are 3 smart points each, and then the peanut butter raisin is 4 smart points. Okay, and then I made some breakfast burritos, which I never do. I started with my Olay Extreme Wellness Wraps. Each of these are 1 smart point for the spinach and herb flavor. That's the flavor I used for the breakfast burritos. Then I added to each of these 1 Kraft Singles fat-free slice for 0 smart points. I used 3 slices of this Deli Fresh oven roasted turkey breast on each for 0 smart points. And then I used 1/4 cup of these all whites liquid egg whites in each of the wraps. 1/4 cup is 0 smart points. I used this mixture of some sauteed bell pepper, onion, and tomatoes for 0 smart points, and then a little bit of green chili salsa for 0. So each of these breakfast wraps is 1 smart point and a lot of protein. I'm excited for that. And then I have my soups over here for 2 of the days. These are the pumpkin sweet potato soups that I made a while back. They've been in the freezer. So 1 cup is 2 smart points. I will have these on 2 days of the week. And then I've got my jars ready for the soup that we're making tonight. That Eddie is making a roasted carrot soup for the rest of my soup days. So that is what I have so far for meal prep, and hopefully that'll make things a little bit easier in the morning. It is about 7:15 and I am not yet hungry. Dinner's not really ready anyway, so I'm gonna have another emergency and probably call it quits on those for the night. I'm gonna have another one of these for 2 smart points, and I'm having 8 ounces of Bordeaux in my Weight Watchers glass. Okay, it's 9:15 and I am still not super hungry, but I'm going to go ahead and eat a little something anyway so that I'm not starving by morning. I'm going to have this, this is 1 cup of roasted carrot soup for 1 smart point. And then I have 5 of these. These are tortilla chips made from Olay Extreme Wellness tortillas. So those 5 of them are 0 smart points. So I'm having this dinner for 1 smart point. If you want to find out how to make this roasted carrot soup, I am going to be uploading a video called Cooking with Eddie, and you guys can watch that to find out how to make this delicious and very super low point soup and the tortilla chips. So I'm having 1 smart point for dinner, and then I'm also having 1 more glass of wine. This is 8 ounces for 7 smart points, and that's it for me. I'm gonna call it a night, and I will touch base with you guys again tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.